Alright, so I'm back looking at some demos, and I've actually given it a wipe, though you can't really tell. I've wiped down the shelves. Anyway, so shelf 4, or row 4 should I say. A little quick look through. There you go. Okay, let's check these out and share what memories I have, if any, of the various demos. Brutal Insanity from up north, Beverley, I think it was, in Yorkshire. The drummer, John, Rushforth, Draggy John, whatever you call him, Junkie John, he did a distro for a while with Tom Bradfield from various bands. My brain's not working to remember the names now. What's up with my brain? Beef Conspiracy, one of them. Anyway, but yeah, and yeah, he's come out of my house a couple of times. Back in the day when he joined Gore Rotted. Yeah, Brutal Insanity, good old death metal from Yorkshire. I think it was Beverley, but it might not have been. Somewhere in Yorkshire, South Yorkshire, I think it was. Let's have a look. Now I need to know. The Bishop Burton, it says, but this is Yorkshire anyway. For some reason Beverley's in my head, like I'm confusing it with somebody else maybe. But yeah, where was that place he was from? He was from a place that was shithole, he said. He hated it there. Right, Devastation Inside, Simply Nothing. And do you know what I remember about these guys? Simply Nothing is all I can remember about them. I don't remember a bloody thing. They're from... Is that an address? No. It looks like a pro demo anyway. Pro package. Properly printed out stuff rather than being photocopied. Is there an address here? Italy, Devastation Inside from Italy. I don't remember them at all. Right, Scottish, Grind Death, Confusion Corporation, good band, like them guys. They played the Brainerd Club a few times. This is their 1998 demo. They were cool. Right, Impact, Music for the Strong, unmixed promo copy only, it says on my one. I don't know why I got... oh, it's Torture Through Memory, of course. Torture Through Memory, that's the band. Impact was the name of the demo. So that's cool. I got a promo copy of their demo. Got 4 tracks on it. They were from like Midlands kind of way, if I recall correctly. Can't see an address on it though. Hey, my fanzine gets a mention in the thanks list. Kentucky Fried Afterbirth. Yeah, because I did interview them at least just once, I think. But right, The Enchanted, Pagan Metal. They were another Yorkshire band, I'm sure. Their album's decent. I think they might have had another album that I never saw. They're from Bradford. I don't know what the guys are doing now. I think one of the guys might have been in a thrash band. What was it called? I don't remember. Right. If it comes to me, I'll let you know. Seventh Child. These were a London death metal band. Jair, the drummer from South America. He's a cool fella. Still around on the scene. I don't see him kind of go out much, but I see him online every now and again. But he was a cool chap. Butchery of the Innocent. He was always, you know, approachable. Always good to have a little chat with him if I saw him. You know what I mean? He's one of these fellas. He's always happy to have a little chin wag with you, let you know how he's getting on, that kind of thing. And I thought he was a cool bloke. Right, if you happen to see this at any point, Jay, that's if I get your fucking name right. I'll probably look on check now in case I'm fucking remembering wrong, because I never trust my memory. I say things confidently sometimes, and I think to myself, why did I say that confidently? You know what fucking brain shit you've got. Let's have a look. I can't see the fucking lineup. I'm sure his name's Jair. They were from Kent. They were around a lot in the London scene though. Fuck it, I can't see a bloody well lineup, but I'm sure it was. Sure that was him. Sure that was him. Right, Seventh Child, and I think was Steve Smith in Seventh Child as well as being in Gorotted and Beyond Fear. I can't remember if he was. Right, Eternal Hatred. Vengeance from the Grave. I can't recall these guys at all particularly. Good. It's a pro little demo. They're from the USA. Illinois, USA. Vengeance from the Grave. I don't remember when I came into possession of that. Right, another one I don't remember. Hostile, Behind the Eyes. Got nothing I could tell you about these guys because I don't remember them. They're from someplace that I haven't quite actually put the country in there. Maybe Germany. I know it could be somewhere in Norway or something like that. Skålmastervagen is the name of the road. It's the name of the road that they lived on. Or is that the town? No, I think that's the road. In a city called Falun. It looks like. Any clues to which Scandi country they were from? I can't bother to download. There's a little lyric sheet in there. I can't bother to unwrap it and see if there's an address in there. There's a fucking focusing problem with this shitty thing in there. But yeah, I didn't even remember, lad. Fuck knows why I decided to say that in a stupid accent. That's just the kind of thing I do. Right, TBAC, Throw Bricks at Coppers, punk band. I showed on my zines videos. I showed a magazine, a comic called Filth, and the guy from this did that magazine, Rob Filth, big spiky hair fella, got arrested for wearing Jesus as a cunt t-shirt. Well, if he was arrested or just detained for a while. I'm not too sure if it was actually an arrest. I'm not too sure. But anyway, this guy, and also Seamus, used to be boyfriend of my drummer at the time. And what else? He's been in shitloads of stuff. Loads of like doomy kind of band. A lot of punk stuff now. There's a lot of punk stuff. Very punkified. He's a cool chap. But he likes a good drink, but he's always a good to have a chat with. He basically lived in my house for a while when he was with my drummer. That's a rather disgusting looking Natron, A Taste of Blood. Someone looks like a lady with a smashed head there. That's not nice, is it? They're from Italy. Interviewed these guys in my fanzine, put them on a compilation tape. Natron is the preservative they used on mummies. Natron. I think they pumped it through that's right, if I recall correctly. I remember asking them what the name of what the name stood for, and it's to do with mummification rites in ancient Egypt. Right, demo tape 97. This one is. It's the stuff you can learn from being a heavy metal fan. I do a comic book show, and we did mummies themed covers, and I was saying Natron's what they used to preserve them with, and they used to stick their organs in a canopic jar, because there was another band called Canopic Jar, whose demo I've got as well. Amenophis. Amenophis. Isn't that not a Is that not an Egyptian pharaoh? Amenophis? I'm not too sure. Could be. And this is Obscurity of Sorrow. Not official. It says not official Amenophis demo. That's what it says on the side. So maybe this was a. Now, the band called Amenophis, or they called? I think they are called Amenophis. They're from. Fuck knows. That is impossible to read, especially with the writing behind it. No, I can't tell you where they're from. I kind of vaguely remember the name though. I think I remember them being pretty decent actually, if I remember. Or no, am I confusing them with a band called Akhenaton? That's definitely an Egyptian pharaoh, I think, Akhenaton. Amenophis. Oh, I fucking know. Right, Of Grief Everlasting, Chapter 2, A Return to Melancholia. You gotta say fucking Doom Death for a name like that, surely. 2 tracks. Vocal version and instrumental version. Oh no, there's not 2 tracks, it's just 2 sides. This is from Australia, these guys. From Australia. I wonder if this is, there used to be a guy, well there's a guy, still hopefully, called Stuart Prickett, who was in a band called Elysium, and I used to tape trade with him. He's now in a band called Illimitable Dollar, I believe, who are fucking decent. I wonder if he had anything to do with this. Maybe, oh yeah, his fucking name's in it, so I think he did have something to do with it, yeah. Stuart Brickett from Stringwood, Australia. So this was one of his bands then. This was, because I'm sure his band was originally called Elysium, so this must have been another band that he had a part of, and I must have bought it off him or tape traded for it or something like that. But yeah, I was trading with him for a while. Yeah, good stuff. All right, next drawer. We go to the next drawer. We've got another Confusion Corporation demo. I didn't realise I had 3 demos. I remember having 2, but I didn't realise, apparently I've got 3. This is Decontrol. Some kind of insects pupating there, wasp maybe. There's about 6 guys in this band, maybe even 7. There was 2 singers, plus the drummer QZ used to sing as well as drum, and they were really active, but jumping around on stage, fucking really getting into it. Well, an old band used to play that at Brain Dead Club all the time. They were called Cold, and then were COLD, and then became Cold Blooded. Yeah, nice chaps. Yeah, they're all, I haven't seen any of them ages, but they're all around, they're all getting on with their old age now. I don't think any of them are doing bands. One of them was in Kraken for a while, the Irish band, because he was an Irish fella, he was in London for a while, he's gone back to Ireland, he was in Kraken for a while, but he's not in them anymore. Cruachan, I don't fucking know, Kraken, I can never fucking say it right, I've been told before and I fucking forget. But these were a good old thrash metal band, Cold, and then Cold Blooded. Right, Cryptic Tales. The Tales. Interesting cover. They are from, I don't know, it doesn't say. Let's look inside. Quite a long, quite a full length this is. This is possibly a tape version of an album rather than a demo. It's certainly looking quite pro. Polish band, Cryptic Tales. From Poland, the land of the Poes. Why do I laugh at my own stupid shit? Right, Extreme Records, promotional tape, 1996, not for sale. There's a couple of bands on there. Extreme Records presents Logo I Can't Read and Logo I Can't Read. There's a couple of Logo I Can't Read bands there. That bottom one, is that about Sorrow, or... And that top one, I don't know if I can... Is that... No. I'm not even going to fucking try and guess. It's not just the logo, my eyes ain't fucking great, as I've mentioned about 1 billion times. Even inside I can't make it. Oh, Infernal Gates. Is that what that says? Yeah. Infernal Gates. And they're from Sweden. And the other band are Swedish. But literally they fucking kept with a stupid... Sorin, maybe? Eyes plus... Why did you fucking have to use the logo inside? You couldn't just write it down. Yeah, Sorin. There you go. I think, yeah, Sorin. Oh. Inverted on here as well, apparently. It's 4 bands. Inverted and... Nastrond. There you go. Inverted, I remember. I've got a couple of Inverted albums. So that's not bad. Four Swedish bands tracks. Why does it only say 2 bands on the inside? On the actual front? And then there's 4 bands inside. I don't know. Does it matter? Right. Sounds of Agony by Unborn. Unborn. There they are in the womb, in the womble. They're in the old womble there. Right, it looks like a reasonably pro printed. Let's tuck a sticker over it anyway. So that's about as pro as you go in the old demos. The old demo stuff. Oopsie daisy. Something fell out. Ah! Oh, fuck no. It's an advert for custom guitars. Yeah. These are from the USA. Unborn from the USA. So I might have bought this off a distro or something like that, or who knows. I'm not going to squint anymore to try and work out the things that it says inside. Right, Bludgeon, Essex Death Metal. Went fucking way back with these fellas. When we was doing our first demo, we were giving it away free with this envelope, and Zach from Bludgeon was one of the fellas who wrote off for it, and he played my 40th birthday gig. I went to see gigs that he put on in Southend enough times. Unfortunately, Bludgeon has split up now, but Zach's just been married recently. He's got a lovely daughter as well. He just had a lovely daughter, a pair of them, and he's very happy. He looks very happy, and I'm fucking glad of it because he's a good chap. Oh, he came and did a guest on High Speed Hangover one time as well. But yeah, much love, Zach, if you ever listen to this one, mate. Right, I didn't realise I had another Head Wound demo. Obviously, fucking didn't register. Head Wound, Total Hate. And as I mentioned before, these guys were from Colville in Leicestershire. Lots going on that inside thing. And he went on to a band called 1,000 Scars later on. Quite noisy, at least the first demo was anyway. Right, Sermons, Sea of Meanings. Another quite pro-ish looking tape. Is there an address here? Istanbul, Turkey. So we have a Turkish band by the looks of it. So pretty pro looking demo tape. Right, Desolate Silence. I'm sure these fellas played down the Braindead Club. Desolate Silence. I think they might have played a couple of times. If I remember, I'm not getting my names mixed up with somebody else. Desolate Silence. I'm sure that was them. I'm sure they played our club. Let's have a look. They probably end up being from a completely different country, and I'll be wrong. No, they're from Liverpool. I'm just reading off the fuck off list. Right, you have thanks list and a fuck off list on some demos, so it's all good fun. Right, I didn't make either of them, thankfully. Right, here's another old Desecration demo. That's weird. I didn't realise that. Was there other Desecration demo I showed before? It wasn't the same demo, was it? I didn't show. I've got two of the same demo, have I? This is their demo 93, Mangled Remains. That's got to be quite early. All music, lyrics and artwork is copyrighted 1993, so nick any and you'll be well fucked. That's what it says. There's 4 tracks on there. Oh, plus a bonus track. Right then. Ninth Circle, Psycho Dance. Ninth Circle. They're not Portuguese, are they? Can't remember. If they they've got to be from the UK. No, yeah, there's a UK phone numbers in there. Can't see an address though. No address. Ninth Circle. Don't recognise any of the names. It looks like they recorded it. Galashiels, isn't that in Scotland? Ninth Circle. I know there was a Ninth Circle zine. I think that was from Scotland, wasn't it? But this is just a band called Ninth Circle. I wonder if there was any connection. I didn't realise it. Anyway, Ninth Circle, Psycho Dance. Right, a compilation, Paranormal Apparition. Right, let's read the bands if I can fucking make them out. I'll let you guys read them. If you can make out the band names. It's a little bit small. It's a little bit small. Let's see if I can read inside better. If the writing inside is bigger. Garbage. Abstinent Cadence. Cryptic Tales Without Grief. Overlord. Holocaust Necropsy. Masticay. Ember. Hellhammer. Bonus demo track. Moon Law. Drom. Sickness. Zaveki Curva. Slough of Despond. Omnivorous. Untakati. Enkill, Excreted Alive, and there's a Suffocation. If I get saying my own band name there, a Suffocation bonus live track on there as well. So lots of band addresses on the back. So yeah, a nice compilation there. I'm guessing lots of death metal, but don't quote me on that. I could be incorrect. Right, that's the second draw done. Last draw. Enmity. These guys, we put them on at the Braindead Club and they gave us a return gig. One of the very fucking few bands that actually gave us a return gig. And that was in Colchester. What was it called? Colchester pub, I can't remember. It was the only gig we ever did there though. I think it was good. I enjoyed that. It was a good day out. Yeah, they were cool fellas. Disappeared though. They're really fucking talented. I don't know what they're doing. They probably moved on to other music. They probably went for their metal. Probably went for their metal phase, and they're all doing fucking dancing with lots of fucking pills and fucking raves nowadays. No, they'll be fucking older than that now. They'll be fucking. We'll have kids now probably. Oh dear, but they were young kids when I was about 30 or something, and they were like youngsters, and they were a good band. And yeah. So one of the other bands that give us a return gig, which is say wasn't many, was Hexecution. I showed them on my first demo, and looking back at that video, I forgot that I was going to tell the story of when we went up to St Albans and we played The Philanthropist and Firkin in St Albans, and that was another good day out. Right, Vox Mortis. This is up on my channel if you want to listen to these. UK thrash, quite rough around the edges, but yeah, decent enough for a demo tape band. I've got 2 Vox Mortis demos. I'm sure I've got another one. Slime God. Cataclysmic Orgy Blues. Slime God. Can't say I have any memory of them. Like an old website and an old email address. Well, both of which I'm sure, but neither of them are still active, I shouldn't think. Right, no address that I can see there, though. Obviously, you could email them if you wanted to back in the day. I'll be really surprised if that email address is still going. Maybe I should email it and find out. Right, we've got another cold demo. Not all there. Yeah, as I say, good London thrashers, London Essex thrashers. One of the guys is now lives in Switzerland. He's friends with him on Facebook, and he likes comics as well. What's his fucking name? David Dobbs. David Dobbs. He's talked about him all the time on the podcast. Right, Tales of Dark Node. Absorbing Destinies. These guys are from Russia. Volgograd. Tales of Dark Node. From Volgograd. Right, Interlock. These are kind of like industrially punky metal, I think. I believe, I can't remember now. I know the name. That's the kind of vibe that my brain is. Well, I think they're from the UK. Were they from London? Yeah, it mentions vocals and samples. So, yeah, and programming. So, yeah. Essex, they're from Romford and Essex. Chadwell Heath, Romford. Yeah. Vague recollections, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not my cup of tea at all. I don't remember if we ever gave them a gig. I don't think so. Right, the Meads of Asphodel. Their first demo, I believe. Metatron and the Red Gleaming Serpent. There you go. They were interested in black metal with like folky weirdness. I suppose you could describe them thusly. Yeah, decent. Right, this is not a demo. This is the Epidemic album. I think I've got the first album. I think I got the first album on vinyl, or no, I think I got it on CD. And for some reason, I didn't really do tapes other than demo tapes. For some reason, I managed to get a tape version of the second album, Epidemic Decameron. They were a cool band. I think they played London once, and I'm sure I saw them when they did. But yeah, decent, thrashy, bit death metal-y maybe. Right, these guys I've got. Oh, no, I'm not sure if I've got this one up on my channel, but I think I've got one of their demos up on my channel. Epostora, Naranja. I'm sure they've got another one called Calva, which is up on my channel. Is that the same name, Epostora? I think that was Epostora, but maybe I'm getting confused. Me getting confused? That's not very likely, is it? Why, I'm completely all there. Two-piece. There's a picture of 2 of them anyway, but it's just 3 people on the blinking thing. Yeah, I think these were kind of like a doomish kind of vibe. I think in my brain they're from, I don't know, either Ireland or up north, I can't remember now. Right, Excess of Cruelty, Belgian band. Yeah, good band. Kind of like melodic death metal, I suppose. Fionola promo tape. A bit of Celtic-y kind of vibe to it, maybe. I think Fionnuala was a wood goddess or so, looking at the picture here as well. And they had another one as well. And it was named after an African deity, and it had some tribal kind of drumming in it as well, I seem to remember. But yeah, that was an interesting band, and their album's good as well. I always remember this, for some reason, I always remember the name of one of the songs, Under the Ivy of Ifmar. For some reason, it always sticks in my head, that album. Right, Morbid Savourings, Autopsy Lust. I get the feeling these were Finnish. Really vile, fun death metal, yeah, from Finland, yeah. Good stuff. Quite well recorded, I seem to recall. And yeah, pro looking tape. I should have a little listen to this sometime. Got enough tracks on there. Yeah. Deary me. Deary me. Right. Beyond Australian Underground Doom compilation. This is the last one. I'm guessing this might be something I would have picked up from Stuart Prickett, I should think, especially if it's Doom compilation. It's got a bad to have Elysium on it. Yes, it does. So side 1 has Chalice, Decayed Divinity, Elysium, Across the Scarlet Moat, and Of Grief Everlasting. And side 2, Elysium again, Mournful Congregation, Across the Scarlet Moat once again, Lycanthropy, Eternal Shadow, and Of Grief Everlasting. Those, actually, Of Grief Everlasting and Elysium, they were both band that Stuart was in. Yeah, okie dokie. Okie makokie mcdokie. That's it. You have had 3 draws of demos from this, the 4th video in this series. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more rows to go. And now I've got some loose demos lying around, which I don't know if I can make another video off, or if I can bang it at the end of the last video, the 9th video. We shall see. If we can make it a 10-part, it'd be nice, wouldn't it? 10's a much more round number. Anyway, let me know what you thought of these demos. Let me know about any demos you've got. Yeah, I might start putting them up on my channel, or maybe make a new channel to put them on. Oh, fucking see. Let's see what happens on me, eh? Let's see what happens, eh, gang? Anyway, I'm off. Why do I laugh when I say I'm off? What's fucking funny about that? Anyway, bye.